Hey, I'm Craig Defoe, and I'm a web designer with a focus on compassion. So, since I'm applying for the web designer position at this company, I thought I would take a little time to show off my portfolio, some of my past projects that I've made. Um, so the first project that I made is a billboard design for Pizza Hut. Um, so this project was essentially to prove that I could make to prove my ability to make a believable billboard design for a company. Um, it wasn't a super hard project. It basically just involved a single sketch and then it was made in Photoshop. But the main goal of the project was to prove that I could make a believable design that could potentially draw in customers. Um, and yeah. So my second project was a kindergarten site mockup. So this project essentially started from being tasked with creating a mock-up of a web page that you would likely find on a kindergarten teacher's website. So it just started with thinking about what kind of things would you likely find there. So it also wasn't a very hard or long project to like sketch. It just involved a single sketch and really no wireframes or anything. But the biggest thing that was applied in this was to make sure that the project made sense for the type of audience that would likely view it, which is why it features a kind of a cartoon or clip art image, because that's kind of the thing that kindergarten kids would probably like to see. Plus, it also features pretty simple wording and kind of bright colors and that kind of stuff. So yeah, that it kind of appeals to what little kids would like to see. Okay, so for the third project, it was a project that involved making a site for a fictitious business, which in my case was called Supercomputer Helpers, which was supposed to be like a site that a computer repair person could potentially have. So this project actually was, unlike my first two projects, a pretty big undertaking. It involved coming up with a wireframe for each page, then also sketches, and then a mock-up, and then creating a final version of each page. Another thing that was pretty time-consuming about this page was the inclusion of three different versions of each page, one for mobile, one for tablet, and one for computer. So that was that added to how large of an undertaking it was for sure. And then I guess the takeaway from this assignment was that it focused on the ability to make a site that was compatible with all devices, which is very important to be able to make such a site. So yeah. The fourth and final project was a redesign of a site for a business called Dutch Bros. So essentially, collaboratively in a group, we all were assigned Dutch Bros as a website to inspect the user experience design of the site of Dutch Bros, and we came to similar conclusions about certain lacking aspects of the site. One of the major things that we used for this was that we had to incorporate multiple different surveys that we sent out to people that could potentially be customers of Dutch Bros. So each member sent out surveys to people they knew that went to Dutch Bros or seemed like they could go to Dutch Bros, and see what they think about, first off, getting like statistical information about them, but then also asking them information about what they think is a problem with the site. So yeah, that was a very big part of it. And essentially the biggest goal was to fix the user experience issues, which mostly seem to be issues with, first off, not having a search bar, which is very key to every website. And then also, almost unanimously, was the issue of certain navigation elements being extremely odd and unintuitive, which almost every single person had said in their interview. So, yeah, that was what the Dutch Bros project was about. And that's all of the projects in my portfolio. So if you have any questions, reach out to me or check out my website for more information. So yeah.